Hi, I'm Dave. Welcome to another tarot card investigation of a news story. The idea behind these reviews is to dig into the subconscious in order to uncover the motivations and intentions or maybe even conspiracies behind the news stories. Today we want to look into we're going to do a tarot card reading for the NATO Auditor Yves Chandelon's death. So here, just the other day, it was reported that this particular NATO auditor had killed himself in a suicide in his car. And the reports of the initial, or I guess the initial reports, uh, make it basically, it summed up the story that it's been a suicide. Yet some of the initial information that comes out makes it look a little bit more suspicious. So what we want to do is we're going to dig into the cards here, and we're going to see if the cards can provide to us see if the cards can align to the situation. If they can, then see if the cards can provide some information that may give us a little bit more insight with regards to how to treat this information or what information may be coming our way. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to pull out an alignment card to see if the cards are willing to share with us something about this particular event. And what we have here is the Queen of Cups reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed is a intuitive card, and we're going to look into specifically with this. It is the feeling that your inner secret feelings are being exposed without permission. So this card right here would indicate that that to me that well, we asked the cards here for alignment, that it may be a situation where there are secrets and it is being exposed without permission. Um, I'm going to take that as I would see this as a card that's going to say that there may be something going on here that we should look into. So the Queen of Cups, looking at some more details with regards to that, the Queen of Cups may indicate that there's insecurity, codependencies, or a blocked receptivity. I would say that what it really comes down to is that initial feeling that there's secrets that are being exposed without permission. So when you think about the auditor in a situation like with NATO, he may be privy to secrets, and maybe there was things that, well, there's secrets there that he didn't have permission to be involved in, or he didn't have permission to expose. So here, we're going to say that that's an alignment card, and we're going to keep going, and we're going to basically say we want to look at let's go a little farther with this to say, since this is secrets, is there something the cards can tell us with regards to the type of secrets, or if there was, who might be holding these secrets, or why? Was it him holding the secrets, or did he have information about secrets? So was it him holding the information, or did he have information about secrets? And here we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of burdens. And so when we look at the feeling behind this one, the feeling here is basically that you're overburdened. You don't get to enjoy life because that work gets in the way, or that there's basically, I'll take it here as a pretty simple. Let's look at some details. Let's see, responsibilities, delusionment, burden, hard work, stress. I would look at this card as work-related stress or burdens that didn't make his life enjoyable. And so here, if there were secrets, there might be secrets at work. Let's go into this a little bit deeper. The news stories are saying that that it was a simple suicide, yet the cards are indicating here that there may be secrets and that they were work related. We're going to go into these cards and see if we can find something, say, the news reports. How trustworthy are the news reports with regards to it being a simple suicide? Are these news reports reporting the situation accurately and fairly? Here we get the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups reversed in this position here is a feeling of walking away. So it is in that reverse position. It is the basically feeling being caught in something that won't work, being caught up in something that won't work. So if we're being caught up in something that won't work, this may be sharing with us that the news stories are coming out basically saying that it's a suicide, but it may be caught up not being able to work with how they're presenting that information. Maybe there'll be something that'll come along that will expose this a little bit deeper for all of us to see. Here, let's see, aimless, drifting, walking away, hopelessness. And so when we think about this specifically for these articles, it may be hopeless in what they're trying to do. Maybe the information is going to come out. And so let's look at this and say, well, if these news stories aren't able to achieve a simple suicide, then is there something, let's look at how that information may come out. So if they can't cover up the information, then is there some way that the cards can show us that information will be exposed, or maybe how it may be exposed? And here we have the Seven of Cups inversed. So the Seven of Cups is a gamble card. What we get here is we get to see, I'm looking specifically for the details here. The Seven of Cups is a feeling that the idea is a gamble, yet you can't help but choose. And so here, when we look at how this information is going to come out, it would suggest to me that if there's gambles going on here, that somebody may come out and make big claims somewhere with regards to this. So we may see the information come out on the conspiracy sites. Somebody may make some connections, and yet it may be far-fetched with regards to that. Let's look a little bit further, see if there's a meaning that comes out, that stands out to us here in this reverse card. Diversionary tactics, illusion and diversionary tactics. So what we may see in the way this information comes out is we may see delusionary or diversionary tactics come our way to try. Maybe this information, they're going to try to cover this up. So we may see a firestorm of stories that come out in order to cover this up, to discredit what's going on, to make it look like it's something different than what it really is. Let's see here. Let's look at, is there something, so if there's going to be diversionary tactics, then we want to look to see, is there something at the root of this matter? What is it that the cards are indicating to us that may be being hidden here? Is there something the cards can share with us as if we see this information coming out this way, what can we, as a viewer of this video or a viewer of the cards here, be able to make the connection to show that it really is diversionary tactics, so that we can get to the root of the situation. So here, what can the cards help us with to know that the diversionary tactics are in play, and that we can get to the root of the matter? And here we've got the Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins is a card, a fairly confident card. It's the ability to stand naked in front of the mirror and see everything for what it is. So here, this would indicate to me that even though the diversionary tactic is going to come along, it's going to be clear to those who are watching this video or who are following this story that we're going to be able to see right through it. We're going to be able to see what's going on. It shouldn't be a problem to be able to detect that. We're going to go to, let's look for some advice from the cards. If thinking about the story, thinking about how we should deal with this story, is there a bigger impact here that affects us, or is it something that's so far removed that is really not something we should be concerned about? And so here we're going to find a card to see, is this a story that will really affect us in some way? And here we get the Hierophant inverted. The Hierophant inverted is a card that is a social card. It is, let's look at it here as, um, in the inverted position, it's the feeling of being lost without spiritual guidance. So here, if this is a situation for us to look at, what can the cards look at? How can we look at that? Let's look a little bit deeper. Here we look at it as restriction, challenging the status quo, cult, aging, or acting like sheep, rejecting belief systems. So to me, I would look at this as, in the context here, is rejecting belief systems or challenging the status quo. So we may see this as simply another situation where the people or the viewers of the video get to see this as a challenge to the status quo. There's something going on that's been going on for a while that this person knew about, and it's a challenge of the status quo. Maybe the situation, he was challenging the status quo. And when you look at the Hierophant is the higher seeking of information. It is, and it's also a dissident situation. And so it's, let's go on to the last card. The last card is going to be the overall outcome of this particular situation. So it's unfortunate that the man has died. Let's look at the overall situation with regards to how we will see this situation. And so here we see it as the inverted moon. The inverted moon is a illusionary card here. It's a feeling of fear in the mysteries of life around you. So the overall advice here, if we have fears in the mystery of life around us, we may see this as a mystery. We may see this as something that triggers the fears in people. At the same time, we'll go and look at any other details with this. Here in the inverse position, it can be unhappiness, confusion, disconnected from the subconscious, anxiety. So we may find that that the overall situation may be make people a little bit more anxious. Maybe there's something where some people will feel like this situation is intentionally covering things up. So if the information comes out, if the deception comes along and we can see through it, we may see some anxiety with regards to what's really going on here. Anyway, I will put these cards together and draw up the summary with regards to it. Write down the questions that I was asking so we can all review this later. Anyway, if you like this type of reading, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel or my Facebook feed. If you have any suggestions for a news story, please get a hold of me. I'll need a link to the article and maybe what you're looking for with regards to that story. And as always, if I share a news story with you of your choosing, then I expect that you'll share it on your social media sites. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.